I captured this video near the train station where this guy was clearly having a massive breakdown. I made the assumption that he was having a bit of a breakdown because there was some sort of a relationship issue. I don't think that there was anything external, like he lost his job or anything like that. I overheard them talking about their relationship, and perhaps she just broke up with him. Something like that happened, and he broke down. Now, the breaking down part isn't necessarily what I want to address. I want to address the fact that you should never, ever show weakness to women. And this might seem like a hyperbolic statement to make, but in my experience, you should never, ever show weakness in front of a girl. And I'm going to try and explain a little bit about why you should never show weakness to women at all, especially when you're in a relationship. But before we kick it off, I'm Dave, and this channel is dedicated to giving you no BS, novel dating advice for the modern man. Top link in the description. You can check out my website and sign up to do some coaching with me. I teach cold approach. That means going over and meeting girls that you don't know, going over, saying hello, introducing yourself, and trying to line up a date with that girl. It's cold and it's approaching. That's what it is. That's what I coach. That's what I teach. I teach men how to do that. So, why you should never show weakness with women. Now, people might disagree with this philosophy on how women behave, and these are generalizations. It doesn't mean that all women behave like that. What I'm saying is that the majority will. Okay, so there will be women out there that will like you to open up and show your feelings and show weakness, but in general they will not. Okay, so generally. So if you leave a comment saying that you cried in front of your girlfriend and she loves you more, I would say you're in the minority. Okay, now this video that we're talking about, this guy, there's a very good chance that he was emotional the entire time, and that would have led possibly to the end of the relationship. Men in general, this is another generalization, mostly men are the rock of the family. The father's the rock of the family, the protector, the one that goes out and builds buildings and digs ditches and fights off intruders. The man is the protector. The man is the one that goes out and does the hunting. And a lot of people might disagree with that because we're in the modern era where that doesn't necessarily happen. In general, they're wrong. Generally, they're wrong because buildings are still built by men. Wars are still fought by men. Just because we don't see it in our day-to-day lives, and we don't have to thank the people face to face for building the buildings. This building here, this apartment was built by men. I don't even know who built it, but I know that women didn't get out there and lay the bricks. I know that women didn't mix up the cement. I know that it's very rare to find a woman on a construction site in general. Now, this is because men go out and do all of the hard yakka, the hard work. Now, women in general, these days, they like to, they're pretty much lying to themselves and society, because they're not building the buildings, they're not fighting off intruders, they're not fighting wars, although some are, and that's where the generalization comes from. You should never show weakness with a woman because deep down, no matter what she says, generally, okay, she would never respect a man that is doing this, that is showing his emotions, that is weak, because deep down, she might not recognize it herself, but she'll be aware that if there's an intruder that bashes down the door, she doesn't want a guy that's going to be cowering in the corner with her. She wants someone who is emotionally strong. Now, she also wants someone who is emotionally strong and tough enough to battle other men in the workplace and bring home the bacon, as they say, the breadwinner. Now, I get it. A lot of things have changed these days. We've created a lot of fake jobs for women, and women are making a lot more money these days. But that doesn't mean that, in general, the facts still remain that the men are the majority breadwinners in society, and hold up society, and that's you. There's a very good chance that you're watching this because you are a breadwinner, you're battling society, you know what it's like to be a man, and you're struggling to find a woman. Now, the tips that I would give you is to never show weakness, ever. And I'll just give you a quick little anecdote, personal experience of mine. I've had multiple hip replacements. I've been disabled for almost a decade now, but I never show weakness. There's people that have known me that are probably following this channel that didn't even know that I was disabled, because I will hide the pain that I'm in. I will never show weakness in front of anybody. Even if I'm in extreme pain, I'll be on a date with a girl and we'll be walking too fast, and I'll moan. I can't control moaning if I'm in chronic pain. She'll go, "You okay?" And I'll, depending on the situation, I'll go, "Oh yeah, I stubbed my toe," or I'll make something up, or I'll say that I injured myself in the gym, or make something up. But I'll never let them on that I'm living with chronic pain. I'll never show weakness. And from my experience, whenever I've shown weakness, or women have noticed that I do have some sort of a disability or whatever, I've lost those women. Now these are very nice women. They're very good girls. It's not a judgment on them. It's female nature. If they realize that you are not a tall, strong, jacked man, and they notice your weakness, they'll just go out and find themselves a man who is stronger than you and more capable. Because deep down, regardless of what they tell you logically, emotionally and deep down, they need a guy that's going to be the breadwinner, be able to take on home invaders, be able to build buildings, and battle other men to take care of her deep down, just in case she gets pregnant and has a baby. She needs a good, tough, strong man around. And whenever I've shown sort of weakness, or they've noticed that I've been disabled, I've lost those women. And that's something that most of you won't have to deal with, but it does permeate into the whole idea of showing emotion and showing weakness, and leaning up against the wall and crying and going in the corner like that. That guy's not getting laid. That guy's going to struggle with women for the rest of his life unless he wakes up and snaps out of it. And he's going to have a lot of issues with women just leaving him. And he'll probably think, hang on, I was told to be emotional and show weakness, and he's going to struggle to keep women around. Now, I learned early on that I should never show weakness, and women don't leave me. I don't have women. I did have one girl cheat on me while I went in for a hip replacement, because I couldn't help the weakness of having to have my hip replaced and going to surgery and be disabled for 3 months. She ended up cheating on me. But at the end of it, she came back to me. And obviously I didn't take it seriously. I ended up having a rotation of other girls, and it was like a girl of convenience after that. I didn't respect her after that. It was more like she can help me out, and I get to have sex, and until I can get in my crutches and walk again and get back out there and find a more better girl, right? But she did come back, and it was because you can cut my legs off, you can put me in hospital and just really wreck me, but I'm a warrior. That warrior spirit does keep them around. And so keep that in mind as well. You don't have to be this big tough guy. You just don't need to be weak. Mental toughness is respected by women. So I just thought that I'll explain that to you guys, give my anecdotal generalized advice. I don't recommend men ever show weakness in front of women. Ever, 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 or ever show weakness in society in general, because the world is a mean and nasty place. No one's going to see your weakness and come and help you. They're going to beat you down. There's probably a very good chance, there's probably a very good reason why a lot of you guys are watching dating or pickup or cold approach advice like this, is because you're aware of how mean and nasty the world is. The only solution is to man up. Man up. That's probably a feminist term. I didn't mean to say that. Just don't show weakness. Try to encompass that warrior mindset. And if you're a single guy and you are struggling to meet women, I recommend you sign up to do some cold approach training with myself. I take you out and I teach you step by step how to cold approach women in what I deem to be the optimum way where you get the best results. And top link in the description, check out the website to do that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.